This rapper is making hundreds of thousands of dollars from doing shows in his backyard. His name is LaRussell and he hails from Vallejo, California. LaRussell is unlike any other artist in the world. He does shows in his backyard, sells percentages of his music to his fans, and runs his company out of his family home. LaRussell is building something that no one has ever done in the music industry before. Before he took control of his rap career in 2019, LaRussell worked many jobs in warehouse production. This taught him valuable skills within running a business such as analysis. This would prove instrumental when he started his own venture. In 2019, LaRussell would quit his job and start his company called Good Company, using money that he saved up from jobs and investment from neighborhood friends and family. Of course, LaRussell and his music are the driving force of the business, but all family members are involved in the business, with his mother helping out with merch and his father even distributing leaflets for shows. In exchange, LaRussell gives out percentages, also known as master points, to employees of the company. LaRussell believes that if you help a song see the light of day, then you deserve to be rewarded for your contribution. The better the business does, the more money you get paid for your work. LaRussell gained his initial buzz shooting content in his backyard, which included live performances and interview clips, and started spreading these across social media platforms. He initially invested in blogs and PR, but soon realized it was a waste of money at that point in his career. After countless attempts, one of his content pieces, a freestyle of his, started performing well, so he paid for a placement on an Instagram page called Rap Marathon. This caught the attention of cinematic group manager Hovain, which helped LaRussell secure an appearance on The Breakfast Club, RIP Hovain. It was also around this time that LaRussell was trying out Facebook ads, where he was spending thousands initially targeting places such as Brazil. However, he then met a guy called Cody Lazero, who explained to him it was a waste of time targeting places where they couldn't understand the language. LaRussell would then spend the next couple of months understanding Facebook ads and the demographic he wanted to reach. You see, LaRussell wanted to understand the age, the interests, where these people were from that truly liked his music. As LaRussell was starting to build up momentum from the content he was putting out, things going viral, and also Facebook marketing, he knew it was a good time to start making merch. It was around this time he invested in his own printing machine. At the time, his car got repossessed and he had a choice: either get his car back, which would take a lot of money, or buy a printing machine. He made the right choice. He bought a printing machine. His mother now personally even drops off merch and sometimes even does it himself. LaRussell then began constructing a stage in his backyard where he now performs shows. This would later be called the Pergola. Initially, he would let fans pick the amount they wanted to pay to see him live in his back garden. During one weekend of the shows alone, LaRussell made over $100,000. Fans got to pay whatever they wanted to see their favorite artist perform in the backyard, the Pergola. You see, it was more than just a performance. You got to literally go where LaRussell resides and connect with him on a whole other level. This creates an intimate and authentic experience like no other, strengthening the bond between him and his fans. He later switched the method, allowing fans to make an offer to come see him perform, and now decides whether he accepts or not. As LaRussell begins to grow, so does his team. In the words of him, if you don't know how to do the job, then you don't know how to hire someone who can. LaRussell is a jack of all trades, getting his hands stuck in every piece of the puzzle. He would later hire a person called Tieta, who runs all the social media platforms, scheduling posts 3 to 5 months ahead. They would do this by using HubSuite. In the year 2022, LaRussell posted over 1,200 times. You see, when LaRussell makes content, sometimes he might make 20 or 30 pieces in one day. This can all be scheduled for 6 months down the line. LaRussell also offers something called LaRussell Stock. This is where fans can purchase a piece of their favorite song. A fan can make an offer to get a percentage of the song, and LaRussell can choose to accept it or not. This is proven a healthy investment, as a fan will own the song forever. Note that this is for the master. LaRussell still owns 100% of the rights to the publisher. You see, LaRussell can drop anywhere between 5 and 10 albums in 1 year. In the year 2022, he dropped 9 albums. This year alone, he has dropped 4. The music making process for him is easy and he never faces writer block. LaRussell records out of his home in his own studio. As long as he is living, there is something to write about, he says. Because of the whirlwind of momentum, LaRussell has received countless offers from major labels, but he has declined them due to their lack of enthusiasm for his music and what he says is very unfair deals. He states that they only see him as a dollar sign and they don't care about his art. He's attended numerous meetings where labels couldn't even name one of his songs. He even had a meeting with Rock Nation where they made a mistake on the contract. In the contract, it said LaRussell would only receive $15,000. When he asked where the actual offer was, they quickly changed their tone and had to go back and change the contract. While this could have been a genuine mistake, LaRussell felt it was off-putting and was possibly a slight plan to con him out of money. Ultimately, he didn't sign. LaRussell would later sign a 1-album deal, a 50-50 deal with independent giant rapper Russ. Russ even asked him what he wanted in the contract, something that is very rare in the music industry. In a time where barely anybody sells music, LaRussell is a phenomenon. He says a painter sells their paintings, an artist should sell their music. Before his music becomes available on streaming services, there is an option to make an offer on the website for digital download. Currently, LaRussell has 390,000 listeners on Spotify and generates approximately 10 million streams each year. While this is a good number of listeners, it's not considered exceptional. The difference is that most people who are listening are genuinely fans and not just passive listeners. Most artists' streaming numbers are inflated because their music is included in popular playlists such as Rap Caviar, where people passively listen to the music and aren't necessarily fans of the artist. LaRussell speaks nothing but a positive message while maintaining a firm and meaningful business demeanor. His fans want him to succeed and they are willing to spend their money on what he offers. LaRussell believes that he can be as big as Drake and believes with the right work ethic and financial backing he can do so. LaRussell is running a 24/7 TV channel that is non-stop entertainment and people are cheering for the main character to win at all costs. You, the viewer, get to be involved in the show and even own a piece of it. You see, LaRussell is a clear offspring of Nipsey Hussle's legacy, which is the power of ownership and the belief in community. LaRussell is truly on a non-stop train to success.